Hello, happy Tuesday, April 7th. Hopefully within a month, by next month, we'll be over this coronavirus stuff. So tonight's book, remember Herbie the Love Bug? Cameron Tyler dropped this book off. And actually, I'm sure it must have been his mother, got this in 1977. Or maybe his Uncle Randy, I don't know. But that's what we're reading tonight. This is one of the books that Cameron dropped off. The Love Bug, Herbie's special friend, given by the Women's Club in 1977. I was 13. I'm sitting in my kitchen because I'm boiling, if you look behind me, I've got applesauce cooking on my stove. And my husband's gone to run cat food down to my dad's, so it's nice and quiet. Each morning when Herbie took Bill Botts to work, the Love Bug greeted his friends with a cheery beep. There were cars and trucks of every size, buses, cabs, ice cream wagons, hot dog carts, bulldozers, and steam shovels. Herbie liked them all. It was nice to have so many friends. I don't know if you guys remember Herbie the Love Bug or have seen the new ones, but this was the original one when I was a kid. And Betty was a kid, and that's Cameron's mother and Uncle Randy. One afternoon when Bill and Herbie came home, a pretty new neighbor had moved in next door. "Well," Bill exclaimed, "I'd like to meet her someday soon." Herbie flapped his doors, which meant that he thought it was a fine idea, but he wasn't looking at the young lady. He was looking at her yellow Volkswagen parked at the curb. He honked and winked his lights at the little car. The young lady thought that Bill was honking at her. She hurried into the house and shut her door. "Did you have to do that, Herbie?" Bill groaned. "Now I'll never get to meet her." All evening Bill thought about his new neighbor and wondered if she was angry. He promised himself that the next day he would find her and tell her he was sorry the way Herbie behaved. Oh, I think he's got a little crush on his new neighbor. On the way to work the next morning, Bill stopped beside the young lady at a red light. When Herbie saw her car, his hood popped up and his engine raced. Embarrassed, Bill blushed until he was as red as the stoplight itself. After that, Herbie couldn't think of anything but that yellow Volkswagen. He even forgot to watch where he was going. "Herbie!" Bill shouted on his way to work. "You're going the wrong way. Herbie!" he screamed on the way home. "Watch out for the steamroller." Guess Herbie's got a crush on that yellow Volkswagen. A week passed and Herbie acted worse each day. Then one evening, Bill discovered the young lady sitting sadly on her front step. "You look upset," he said. "My name is Bill Botts. Can I help?" "I'm Ann Peterson," she answered. "I am upset. Someone stole my car." "How terrible!" Bill cried. "We'd better report this right away." Herbie opened a door for Miss Peterson, and away they rushed down the busy street. When they reached the police station, Bill and the young lady jumped out and dashed up the steps. Herbie tried to wait, but he just couldn't. His little yellow friend, wherever she was, needed help, and he just had to find her. With a roar, he zoomed off on the search. My dream car right there, Volkswagen. That's my dream car right there, green one. Green Volkswagen. Convertible would be amazing. Up one street and down the next he flew. The city was full of Volkswagens. New ones, old ones, shiny ones, dull ones. Thousands of them, but he couldn't see that very special yellow one. Herbie zipped through parking lots and whizzed down back streets. He flashed his lights into garages. There wasn't a trace of his friend. Soon, Bill Botts and Ann Peterson came out of the police station. "Look," he cried, "Herbie's gone." "Oh, no," Bill moaned. "Now we will have 2 missing cars to look for." They were almost holding hands. Herbie sped across the city. Time was slipping by. Somehow he had to find the little yellow car. Then at last he spotted her. She was going fast and headed the other way. Herbie spun around and streaked after his little friend. The chase was on. The yellow car darted around the corner. Herbie took a shortcut through a department store. Herbie. Really? Herbie. The yellow car dodged an alley. Herbie raced across the tops of the backyard fences on 2 wheels. Woohoo! Herbie the love bug. Faster and faster as the 2 cars flew. Now Herbie began beeping at his friends as he flashed by, and they all joined in the chase. The thief suddenly found his way blocked by dozens of trucks, all with their lights flashing. He turned left and met a wall of taxis. He turned right and ran into a traffic jam of cars. Behind him rolled a sea of honking buses. See, there's Herbie. And there's the yellow Volkswagen. The yellow Volkswagen had nowhere to go. The thief was trapped. Herbie's friends opened a path, and Herbie zipped through, just as the man leaped out of the yellow car and tried to run away. The love bug snapped his hood and caught the man by the seat of his drawers. His pants. He was still holding him when the police arrived, and with its sirens wailing. There he is, trying to get away. Herbie caught him right by the seat of his pants. Out jumped 2 policemen with Bill Botts and Ann Peterson. "Herbie," Bill shouted, "you're all right." "And he's rescued my car," Ann Peterson cried. "How can I ever thank you both?" "I don't know," Bill said with a grin, "but how about a picnic while we talk about it?" There's the police. Oh, there she's saying, "Oh, thank you so much." That evening, Bill and Ann sat quietly on a blanket and watched the sunset across the ocean. Meanwhile, Herbie frolicked up and down the sandy beach, splashing through the waves. "Herbie's certainly happy tonight," Ann said. "I'm glad. I'm very proud of him." "So am I," said Bill, and he winked at the little yellow Volkswagen, who looked as if she was very proud of Herbie, too. Well, that's a happy ending now, isn't it? I hope you have a good night. It's going to be a long haul the next couple of weeks, but we're going to make this. A month from now, it's going to be nothing but a memory. Love you all.